Hi folks, I'm Todd Woodruff and I'm here with Diane Shoemaker, and she is a dairy specialist at Ohio State University. Diane, tell me where you're from.
I'm actually from Mahoning County and I work in Wayne County for Ohio State University Extension.
Okay, now for some of us that are not sure where Mahoning County is, where is that?
Mahoning County is in northeast Ohio, and actually we border Pennsylvania.
Okay, big dairy country. Big dairy country. Now, in chatting with you a little bit, you grew up on the dairy farm and are currently dairy. Am I right?
You're close. Actually, I grew up in Columbus, which there aren't too many dairy cows in Columbus, but I was very interested in dairy, got a degree in dairy science from Ohio State University, married a guy, and we milk cows.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, we all know right now dairy, milk, certain aspects of farming, especially the dairy industry, is what I guess we have to say depressed a bit when it comes to milk prices. And you showed me a list of questions and answers and situations that you folks take care of and try to help assist. Not only, you know, I think a lot of people think, well, OSU, I call them if I have a cow that's got a twisted stomach. That's not true. What all do you folks get involved with?
We get involved in a lot of different areas. You mentioned the current dairy situation, and it's really the worst we've seen in the dairy industry in decades. And so there's a lot of incredibly stressed and depressed dairy operations in the state. Typically we work in management and production issues, and so as this situation developed, we identified 5 major areas that we were getting a lot of questions in, and those included nutrition and feed costs, business issues, reproduction and health, calf and heifer management, and people and stress management.
You showed me a whole list of different things that you have done research on with some actual facts and figures to back it up. Where do they go to find those questions and answers?
Okay, we call those particular sets of information the dairy issue briefs, and they can find those online at dairy.osu.edu. They could also contact their local extension office if they didn't have access to the internet.
Okay, say that website again.
It's dairy.osu.edu.
Okay, I hope you folks got that, because I'll tell you what, it really will be worth looking that up, because what you showed me I thought was very interesting. When we talk about people and stress management, you know, should we use silage additives, different things like that, those are interesting facts that, you know, when money's flowing, we don't look at that. But when money gets tighter, we try to look for alternatives. And that's what you're trying to find the facts and the research on, correct?
Correct. A lot of these questions, the initial reaction is, well, should I spend money feeding my calves the whole ration, so to speak? And think, well, if I feed them half, it'll cost me half as much. And we have to think those situations through. If we feed our calves half rations, we're going to open ourselves up to a lot of health issues. And so that's actually going to cost us more in the long run. And a lot of the decisions people are having to make have short-term savings, but may have major impacts, production, people, and management in the long run.
Well, we truly understand. And I tell you what, on a different subject, you know, as we talked, you have experience, first-hand experience with seasonal milking. Okay, explain seasonal milking for some of the folks that don't know.
Okay, typically in a traditional dairy operation, we milk 365 days a year, so we have cows calving throughout the year. In a seasonal operation, we try to limit calving to a 2-month window, and the cows milk for 9 months, and then we dry them off. So everybody's dry for a couple months. So we'll milk 10 months and be dry 2 months. And some nice advantages to that are that you can take a vacation. The disadvantages are when you start calving, you don't go anywhere.
Okay, let's talk dollars and cents. I think that's the main objective. From what you found, is there an advantage or a disadvantage from the bottom line?
From the bottom line, there's probably not a big difference. A well-managed seasonal dairy will be very profitable. A poorly managed seasonal dairy will lose money. So management is the key. You might be able to save a little bit on facilities because you have very defined animal groups that you're working with, like the cows that are milking, this year's calves, next year's calves, and during that calving season you'll have dry cows and fresh cows as well.
Okay, well, Diane, it's been a pleasure to talk to you. And once again, I'm with Diane Shoemaker, a dairy specialist here at OSU University. And once again, you know what, I can't remember that website. Say it again, because there's some very interesting tidbits on there and some factual things that I think you're going to be interested in looking up. Give us that website again.
That would be dairy.osu.edu.
Okay. Well, folks, once again, I'm Todd Woodruff. We'll see you down the road.
Down the Road is brought to you in part by Prince Agra, makers of Omnigen AF, advancing animal nutrition for healthy animals, and Woodruff Enterprise of Springfield, Ohio.